Oh. Tootsie Roll, guys. Let's do that Tootsie Roll. You see a Tootsie Roll. Ah, Tootsie Roll. Tootsie Roll. Y'all didn't know y'all was going to be up in here dancing today. I know y'all don't want me to get up and show my Tootsie Roll. Tootsie Roll. To the left, to the left, to the right, to the left, to the left. Hey, let's see Diddy do the Tootsie Roll. Go Diddy. Go itty bitty Diddy do the Tootsie Roll. Look at him. Check it out. Check it out. Check it out. Check it out. AI is crazy. Look at the waves in his hair with the Tootsie Roll. If you're not laughing, this is cracking me up. Look at him. Look at him. Go Tootsie Roll, baby. Ah, go Diddy. Go Diddy. Let me see your Tootsie Roll. I'll be with it. I'll be with it. Look at, is this hilarious? I told AI, make me a picture of Diddy with the Tootsie Roll, and that's what they gave me. Oh my God. What's up, guys? What's up, guys? Hey, before we get started, shout out to Bustelo, my favorite coffee. Bustelo, because it's early in the morning, guys. It's early in the morning, so let me get up, make some coffee. Usually I drink tea. I probably should have got some tea, but I said we're gonna get some coffee. So, and I sprayed. I always have my stress reliever right here, my eucalyptus, so your girl could breathe. I actually have. You should try this. It's trending now. I put a fresh eucalyptus in my shower, so you inhale it, cause the pollen. It's been a bad allergy season anyway. Look, my eyes getting red. It's crazy, but yes, we're gonna make the space nice and clean, and I have my little scented candle for my daughter that she made me. So sweet. Anyway, let's go to the Tootsie Roll. Were y'all laughing the Tootsie Roll dance? Tootsie Roll. What a week. What a crazy week. Aren't you happy, guys? It is Saturday. It is actually Saturday morning. We got through the week Friday. I did a live yesterday. I'm kind of like a day behind, so I'm going to try and get you guys caught up. You guys may be already caught up, or you just might be hanging out here because you ain't got nothing else to do. Whatever. So let's see what's going on. Itty bitty Diddy. Itty bitty Diddy. I still got my cough. Excuse me. Sorry about that, guys. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. This is going to be crazy. Itty bitty Diddy woman accuses Sean Diddy Combs of R, compares his penis to a Tootsie Roll. A woman filed a lawsuit in Manhattan against Sean Diddy Combs. She accused him of R that happened over 20 years ago. A woman described a disturbed encounter in his apartment. She claims that Combs sexually assaulted her. Despite her protest, she said the incident caused emotional trauma. She's already facing another trial. Combs is already facing another trial in Manhattan. The woman has accused the music mogul Sean Diddy Combs of R-ing her more than 2 decades ago, described his penis and resembles the size of a Tootsie Roll in a disturbing new lawsuit in Manhattan. According to TMZ, the woman, referred to as Jane Doe, claims that she first met Diddy in 2001 and socialized with him a few times without incident. But things allegedly took a turn in July 2001 during the fourth encounter. According to court documents obtained by TMZ, she and Diddy took her back to a Manhattan apartment after that night out and led her to his bedroom. Once inside, he allegedly locked the door, pushed her onto the bed, and placed his hand around her neck while saying, "I'm going to suck the life out of you." Is he like a vampire? She claimed he then released her neck, held her arm down, unbuckled his trousers, and when he pulled out the erect penis, it appeared the length and the breadth of a large Tootsie Roll. And that she was relieved at the time, thinking, "Oh, it won't hurt." Oh my God. Itty bitty Diddy. Despite her screams for him to stop yelling and telling her that she didn't want to have sex, the woman said Combs overpowered her and arred her. The woman said she went back to the bedroom to wipe herself off. When she came out, Combs was allegedly lying on the bed, naked on the bed. She unlocked the door and asked the bodyguard outside where the exit was. He reportedly jester downstairs and Combs staff then drove her and a friend home. She alleged Combs tried to contact her after the incident, calling her multiple times and inviting her to one of his parties, but she never responded. The woman says the experience had left her emotionally traumatized. She claims she has struggled with intimacy and trust, suffered psychological damage, and required psychotherapy to deal with the incident. She's now seeking damages. Boy, itty bitty Diddy. What a mess. What a hot ghetto best mess. Tootsie Roll. Oh my God. Shout out to the 69 Boys. I thought that was Luke, Uncle Luke. I don't know why. I gotta stop playing that before I'm gonna get demonetized. I'm probably gonna get demonetized anyway for this topic that we're on. Anyway, what's up with your boy Chris Breezy? Oh no, say it's not snow. What is going on? You guys need to just stay home. Stop going outside. Everybody needs this. God is saying, the universe is saying, stop going outside. Stop getting on those planes. Stop throwing bottles in people's heads. What is going on? This is not the 90s anymore. You guys are not 20 years old anymore. This is not the 90s. This was me in the 90s, 1989, the 90s. I was there in the 90s on tour with all the shenanigans. Okay? This is not the 90s, guys. You guys are like 40, 50 years old. We're not 20 anymore. You need to know better, do better, act better. Oh my goodness. I said to my friend, shout out to GJ. I said to my friend Greg Jones, I was like, how am I gonna come on here and be a podcast? There's nothing to talk about after Charles London. He was like, there's always some shenanigans going on. You're always gonna find something to talk about. And sure enough, what happened? Shannon Sharp. Anyway, let's go, guys. Let's go. I know you don't have a lot of time. I know time is money. Y'all probably washing your clothes, cooking food, go on my playlist. If y'all looking for some Sunday breakfast, I got lots of ackee and sawfish on there. I got a sawfish, ackee and sawfish, all type of. I'm gonna do some scallion pancakes. That's what I want. That's what I want to do. I think tomorrow I'm gonna come on here Sunday and do some scallion pancakes. But anyway, if you're looking for a recipe, just jump over to my playlist. Chris Brown arrested in England over allegedly a 2003. So that happened 2 years ago. Bottle assault in the London club. When they coming for you, they coming for you. So they hold this case for 2 years. And he went on tour. He knew American artist Chris Brown was arrested in Manchester on Thursday in connection with a 2023 nightclub assault in London. He's accused of attacking a music producer at Tate nightclub, allegedly causing serious injuries. He's seeking $60 million in damages. He hit a guy producer in the head with a bottle. American artist Chris Brown was arrested on Thursday at a luxury hotel in Salford in connection with the alleged nightclub attack. Brown was taken into custody in London for the alleged incident that took place 2 years ago. Brown was detained by police at around 2 a.m. at a 5-star luxury hotel in Greater Manchester and has arrived in the UK ahead of playing concert. He's going to get sued. Well, they probably got insurance. I think now the labels have insurance. All these rappers getting shot and killed, they kind of have insurance. But he could get sued for the tour. If they're going to lose him 1 month from the tour, that's a lot of money. Brown is currently being held in custody of suspicion of grievous bodily harm. It's a part of an ongoing investigation by Metropolitan Police. The alleged incident took place in February 2023 in Tate nightclub in London's Mayfair. Brown is accused of launching an unprovoked assault on a music producer, reportedly striking him with a bottle multiple times before punching and kicking him and laying him on the ground. He was left in crutches to walk after the assault and filed civil damages of $16 million. In a statement, Metropolitan Police spokesperson said a 36-year-old man was arrested in a hotel in Manchester shortly. He's been taken into custody. He was scheduled to perform 10 shows in the UK, a part of his Breezy Bowl XX tour. So he's gonna miss 10 shows in Europe. Oh, I know the tour is pissed. 'Cause you got the dancers, the sound people, the engineer lighting, the tour bus, the hotel. Mm. He was arrested in 2009 for physically assaulting his girlfriend Rihanna at the time. Chris Brown rise from fame as an R&B sensation has turned along. He was in a nightclub with the singer Frank Ocean, 2013, multiple other incidents, assault, and he was probation, weapons, and charges. He's on probation? Brown was involved. Brown was involved in a nightclub brawl with Drake in 2012, and in a fight with the singer Frank Ocean, 2013. Multiple other incidents ranging from alleged assaults, probation violations, and weapons charging him. Was he on probation? 20. Damn. Some of the most serious claims include sexual assault, accusation, restraining orders, filed by an ex-girlfriend. So he sexually assaulted his ex-girlfriend, had a restraining order, and he violated his probation. In 2016, Brown was arrested after a woman allegedly he had threatened her with a gun. No charges were filed. The lawsuit 2018 alleged the woman had been sexually assaulted in the home. Brown denied that. What? Breezy! Oh my goodness. What is wrong with you? Running around with a gun, threatening women, beating up women? You're a woman beater? Where's Chris Brown from? Where was he born? Virginia. He's from Virginia? He's country. All right, let's go. Chris Brown was allegedly arrested with grievously bodily harm, GBH, grievous bodily harm in England. Now remember, the English have different set of rules like America, stemming from alleged assaults in London nightclub. Because I don't even think the police carry guns out there; they just carry those like batons. He was arrested in Manchester and charged in one court causing grievous bodily harm. The incident allegedly took place in a venue in Hanover Square. In the UK, the potential prison sentence for GBH, grievous bodily harm, varies depending on whether the intent to cause harm was present. GBH with intent under Section 18 of the Offenses Against the Person Act 1861 carries a maximum sentence of life in prison. GBH without intent under Section 20 has a maximum sentence of 5 years. He's facing life for hitting a producer in the head with a bottle 2 years ago at a nightclub in Europe. The typical sentences range between 3 to 16 years, depending on the severity of the offenses. Minimum sentence around 2 years. They're going to make an example out of him because he's American. He's American. They don't play that shenanigans over there overseas, and they're going to be like, oh, he's American. The same like the girl, the basketball player who's, had weed in her bag and she was over in Russia and they made an example and they're going to hold him. They're going to hold him. They're going to make an example. They're like, you're going to come over here and get handsy and being violent. We're not having it. They are not having it. And then you see what just happened with Tory Lane. He got stabbed, 15 times, 14 times in his back by some Mexicans. He got stabbed in his lungs. Now he's got to be in, he was on a life support. He couldn't breathe. Now he's going to have to be in solitary confinement. The Spanish run the jails in California. I hear like the Mexicans, the Latinos, they run it. They run the prison. And he made a diss track with some blacks talking about he can't be touched. And Chris Brown, minimum 2-year sentence, and you don't know what's going to happen to him in prison. This is crazy. Anyway, so back to Cassie, guys. She did admit she wrote it her. So after 2018, when Kim Porter died, she figured he was so obsessed with Kim Porter, who she said she was always jealous of, because he would spend all the holidays with his family, with her and the children, Thanksgiving and Christmas, and they would post on social media. And she wasn't seen or heard or validated. So she got away from him. She went to rehab and therapy. She's currently now still taking medication to withdraw from opioids. Opioids. She's going to be on it the rest of the month. She's pregnant. For the rest of her life, she has to take medication to fight off opioid addiction. She's also fighting suicide. Oh my God. So she went to therapy. She said, I'm going to journal. Gave Diddy the book. He dismissed it, didn't want to read it. Gave the book to his chief of staff, Christina Quorum. She dismissed the book, didn't want to read it. And that was another thing Cassie was saying in her testimony, that she had thought that his employees, the chief of staff, everybody was like her family, because she had invested 11 years in this situation. And when they were hanging out with Gina and being friendly with Gina, she really felt betrayed. I think Cassie was just very scorned. I think she was just scorned. I think she was young, naive, and she's scorned. And a drug addict. And was groomed. Definitely was groomed. They gotta. If I was on the prosecution side, I would reel that in. She was grooming. I would definitely talk about that a little bit more. So they didn't want to read the book. She said, okay, well, I'll sell you my book for $30 million. She just picked the number out of the air. I'll sell you the book for $30 million. He said, get out of here. That's when she sued. The next day he said, okay, I'll give you $20 million. So she got $20 million, but she also got another $10 million. I don't know if you were aware of this. She did get $10 million from the International Continental Hotel in California. So I guess when she had the lawsuit and they went to settle, so she did get the 30. She picked up with the 30 million. So she got 20 from Diddy and she got 10 from the hotel. And her lawyer, he probably got a third. He got a third. I wouldn't want it. If you came to me right now and said, I'll give you $30 million, but you have to go through hell for 10 years to get it. I deny. I don't want the blood money. I don't want that dirty money. I don't want that blood money. Nope. Do you know the jury had to sit there and watch the videos of the FOs? Not only did they watch the video of the FOs, I heard some of the jurors were like, they would turn their head. And a lot of them are men. They're like older men. And I'm hoping that some of these men have daughters, have like 19-year-old daughters or teenage daughters, and think about, their daughters. And they also, the jury also had to watch, they gave them like 13 photos of the men that she was, some of the sex workers that she slept with. And they had their favorites. They had their regulars. He'd always have to be like, is it a cop? They had to vet them 8 times. Are you a cop? Are you a cop? Are you a cop? Are you a cop? The 8 times they had to vet them and screen them. That means you were doing something illegal. If you had to say, oh, is this a cop? Are you sure it's not a cop? And you gotta ask, it's a cop. That's why Diddy got eight lawyers. He got 8 lawyers because he got one attorney just watching the jury. He got another jury that's just working on. Not a jury, attorney. He got one attorney to just sit there to study the jury. Another attorney's working on the appeal. You know you guilty. You gotta get 8 attorneys. I know he'd be in his cell every night having conversations with Johnny Cochran. Like, Johnny Cochran, what should I do now? Did you guys hear? I'm gonna jump on this real quick. I'm freestyling right now. We're gonna get to the case in a second. I'm so behind. I'm sorry guys. I'm like a day behind because I was really like.
Luxury real estate represents the pinnacle of residential property, encompassing a.
That scared me, guys. I'm sorry. That scared me. I'm like a day behind, but I'm gonna be all caught up. we're going to get caught up today. Today's going to be a heavy upload. I maybe like do 2 or 3 lives today. Because remember, Sunday at 5 o'clock, I'm going to come back on and do Dawn Richards' testimony. And then Sunday at 5 o'clock, we got the witness list. And I always shout out to my girlfriend. I want to come up on here and do a review for the Met Gala. We're probably late, but we're going to do it because a little bit about me. I went to Fashion Institute of Technology for 5 years. I have a bachelor's degree in fashion. I did. And my homegirl, Hung Ju, she went to FIT too. So we both come from that textile fashion, and we wanted the Met Gala. We just thought it was amazing. We just want to come on here and hopefully we could get that done. Hopefully by tomorrow. But did you guys hear that interview with Suge Knight getting ready to get out of jail? Suge Knight's talking about Trump is about to pardon him. Would that be? Listen, guys, hip hop heads. I know you are no random person. There is no random person randomly watching me. If you are here spending your minutes with me today, you are a hip hop head, junkie. Are you from the Bronx? Are you from the 80s? Or something like you thirst for the knowledge. How ironic, wouldn't that be crazy? Think about it. If Suge got out of jail and Puffy goes in jail, is they making a trade? Are they trading off? Okay, well, if we release Suge, we gotta get Diddy. They're gonna take Diddy to Vegas. I'm gonna call it right now. You heard it from me first. And I'm not saying I got personal intel. And even if I had personal intel, you think I would sit here and tell you? I wouldn't. Some of the stuff I know I probably can't even say because I wind up missing. But what I'm saying is that I think they're going to drag Diddy from New York to Vegas and put him on the Keefy D trial. I'm just waiting for Foxy Brown. I'm waiting for Foxy Brown to come up. I'm tired of her being like, I can't hear. I lost my hearing. I can't talk. She's a smart girl though. Inga is playing like I don't know anything, but she's not. She ain't no fool. She's not stupid. She's not stupid. She's just plain stupid. Hold on, let me pull up this video. How many years did Suge Knight was sentenced to? He's getting out of jail? Hold on 1 second. Let me pull up this interview.
Tired of wasting hours on scheduling, attendance, and payroll? Connect Team's here to simplify all of that for you. With Connect Team's auto scheduling, you schedule.
All right, Chris, take it away. It's all yours.
All right, my friends. Chris Cuomo, welcome to News Nation. We're right April 2nd. It takes a and why story. Well, I mean, look, it used to
Dichotomy of power between Cassie and Combs. And in order to do that, they talked about how he really controlled every aspect of her life, her career.
Hold on 1 second, guys. I'm just looking for this brief interview with Suge Knight. I'll be right back.
Where she has to lie. I don't think she's in a situation where she got to be worried anymore. I think she's in a great place with another baby on the way. And I still feel that Puffy's going to be all right and have a fair shot at it because Puffy he's not a dummy. And I'm quite sure somebody's going to talk to those jurors and convince one or two of them, and that's all he needs is one. So at the end of the day, it's going to be a real exciting situation, but I think he's going to be all right.
Sure. Do you think he's going to be all right because someone's going to tamper with the jury? Is that what you're trying to say?
He got enough influence, and I'm quite sure, don't seem like the prosecution is that bad against him. Don't seem like I think he got some favors with the government. I think they're going to show him a little leeway. It might not seem like it when it's all said and done, but I don't think he has nothing to worry about. I don't think he's worried because he's going to be federal. And if he gets convicted, Trump's going to pardon him. So what's the word?
You think the president of the United States would pardon Sean Combs for sex trafficking?
Shit, he pardoned Michael Harris, who allegedly killed a Jewish teenager or had him killed. So they don't care about that. It's all about, what's in it for the long run and what the bucks say and what the power of the people want.
Shug, I got to tell you, I can't argue with your eyes on the situation because you lived it and you understand the dynamics. And I appreciate you going through all the hoops to call us and weigh in on this. If you're mentioned again or there's something that seems to be in dispute that you would understand, I hope you're okay if we try to come back to you for your perspective.
You always come back, man. You got a great employee. She's a great person. You're a great person. I support you guys. And I got great people in my life. And, hey, God's the best. Thanks again. Thanks for having me. If the Menendez brothers would get out, Suge Knight should be out first. But I got to get Jericho. No, I got attorneys.
All right, Suge.
Bye.
I appreciate you, and thank you very much for calling in. Take care. I'll tell Dusty you said hello.
All right, thanks.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our news.
Wow. Did you guys hear what he said? First of all, I don't even know how Suge Knight got a podcast from prison. And I think they're going to start reality TV from prison because Ghislaine Maxwell, Menendez brothers, they're going to start this whole reality TV from prison. But did you hear Suge said? He said, think about what he said. He said he got favors. He used to be fed. People say Diddy was fed informant. He's got some favors. All he has to do is influence one juror. It sounds like maybe a bribe. Get to one juror, pay off a juror. He can snitch, or Trump could pardon him. And then Suge said, if the Menendez brothers is about to get out, I should be able to get out. Go ahead and hit that like button, guys. Hit that like button. Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm trying to grow. Thank you. All right. Also, Alex Fine, I thought he made a beautiful statement yesterday. I know he was relieved. Everybody was saying, how is he as a man sitting there and being able to listen to all his wife's testimony? But honestly, I think everybody knew he was working for Diddy. He was the one who helped Cassie escape or was her friend. I think they were truly just friends. And Diddy kept harassing Cassie, talking about, I want a refund. I want my money back. I paid this trainer to get your body. I want a refund. He started demanding a refund. And that's why I think she was like, you know what? Let's just sue. I'm sick of this. I'm sick of this crap. So everyone was saying, how is he as a man to sit there and listen to his wife? And he made this statement, which I thought was I thought it was very touching. He also made another statement when she first filed the lawsuit, but this is what he said. Over the past days, the world has gotten to witness the strength and bravery of my wife. Freeing herself from her past, there has been speculation online surrounding how it must feel for me to sit there and listen to my wife's testimony. I have felt so many things sitting there. I have felt tremendous pride and overwhelming love for Cass. I have felt profound anger that she has been subjected to sitting in front of a person who tried to break her. So to him and all those who helped him along the way, please know this, you did not. You did not break her spirit, nor her smile that lights up every room. You did not break the soul of a mother that gives the best hugs and plays the silliest games to our little girls. You did not break the woman who has made me a better man. I did not save Cassie, as some have said. They say that is an insult to the years of painful work my wife has done to save herself. Cassie saved Cassie. Woo, that's powerful. Cassie saved Cassie. She alone broke free from abuse, coercion, violence, and threats. She did not work off fighting the demons that only a demon himself could have done to her. All I have done is love her as she has loved me. Her life is now surrounded by love, laughter, and our family. This horrific chapter forever put behind us, and we will not be making additional statements. We appreciate all the love and support we have received, and we ask that you respect our privacy as we welcome our son into the world that is now safer because of his mom. Wow. How beautiful is that? That was eloquent. He made another good statement too when they had first sued, I think, or when Diddy got arrested, about how real men don't hit women. Cassie saved Cassie. I love that. Cassie saved Cassie. I'm not going to get into my opinions on who's right, who's wrong, what role did she play, DV. I mean, you guys can read the transcripts. You guys can formulate your own opinions. You can put your opinions in the comments. I'll read them. All right, guys, let's get into this stream. Let's get into it. I apologize again for the cough. I'm getting over a head cold. Okay, this is on Twitter for the Inner City Press. U.S. versus Sean Combs. This was yesterday, May 16th. The government has said the defense cross-examination can go until 4:30 p.m. today. They'll limit themselves to 30 minutes of redirect. We don't understand why they're taking time to object. AUSA Johnson, they are proposing to use a video of Mr. Combs walking in nature, talking to God. It is improper invited jury nullification. Let's hear it. I think this is when he's in rehab. They put a video into evidence when he was in rehab, and they didn't want to play the video, so they gave Cassie headphones, I think, to listen to it. This is about him being in rehab, which Ms. Ventura didn't remember. So we want to refresh her recollection of this. AUSA Johnson, it cannot be played in front of the jury. And we have headphones. Combs' attorney, if the rape is after the charged conduct, it shouldn't have come in. It's a huge issue for us. Judge, it's not a huge issue. You didn't raise it at the time. Combs' attorney, we thought we could cross on it. The judge says, all rise, good morning. You're still under oath, Ms. Ventura. You believe Mr. Combs was blackout for the Intercontinental event. Ventura, I believe he was intoxicated. Everyone's definition is different. But you said blackout. I noticed that Cassie on the defense, when they were cross-examining her, she would just give one-word answers. Yes, no, yes, no. I don't know. I don't remember. She wasn't really giving open-ended answers. I feel like they could have dug a little deeper. Combs' attorney, what did you write here, Ventura? I wrote, when you get effed up the wrong way, you meant drugs and alcohol. Here comes Combs writes to you, I'm so horny for you. Ugh, disgusting. AUSA Johnson, this is not evidence. This is not in evidence. Combs' attorney, here Mr. Combs is asking you for sex soon after the Intercontinental, right? Ventura, I was saying who he felt. Combs' attorney, what did you write back? Ventura, I wrote, we need a different vibe than Friday at the Intercontinental. Combs' attorney, Mr. Combs, wrote, F Friday. I don't even want to do that again. What did you write? I wrote, LOL, true. Mr. Combs' attorney suspected you're having an affair with someone else in the industry. What happened when he took your phone? Ventura, we were in the car. He told me to call my mother. When I did, he grabbed my phone and took it. Combs' attorney, it was a big fight. Ventura, he was just gone. Combs' attorney filed long. Ventura, a few hours until my mother called the police. This is some text messages I think they put into evidence the night of the fight at the International Continental Hotel. I think it was they had a freak off on Friday. I think she had a movie premiere that Monday. He was trying to do it early a couple of days, so she had time to recover. And then the fight happened like 11 a.m. in the morning, the day they were getting ready to check out. And I remember the security guard testified that there was a male sex worker in the room who was like 7 feet tall. I don't remember his name. Combs' attorney, did Mr. Combs go through your phone? Ventura, I think so. He called someone on it. Combs' attorney, the person you had an affair with? Make sure my phone is not muted. Did Mr. Combs go through your phone? I think so. He called someone on it. The person you had an affair with, an NFL player. I don't know if he's playing anymore, but he was an NFL player and he was jealous. Was it there time he found out that you were dancing with another person in the entertainment industry and he took your phone, right? It was Chris Brown. I was not dancing with him. Look at this. It's from 2013. Now I see my passport when he was angry. Let's refresh you about Mr. Combs being in rehab. Hold on one second, guys. Okay, I'm back. Sorry. Why did you go to Sedano? I went to Arizona to get away from the drugs. I'm going to go to a new topic. Mr. Combs told you to get the video you heard about. What did you write? I wrote, you keep putting me down. I'm going to play you some audio. If you saw a video of someone effing me, who was effing me, you have it. Why didn't you show me? Because I'm not disrespectful, bro. Ventura, if you don't show me, I will kill you, cut you up. What? They're playing an audio for Ventura. I'm going to effing kill you. I never killed anyone in my life. I'm going to F you up. I'm not going to be blood on my hands. Someone else is going to do it. I'm not playing with you. Now they're having threats. Combs' attorney, that's you, right? Ventura, yes. Combs' attorney, did Mr. Combs express concerns about these videos being released? Ventura, when? Ever, yes. The escort, Jonathan. Is that Jonathan Odie? You thought he took a video? Yes. Okay, so there was a sex worker, Jonathan Odie, who's been in prison in Miami for like 8 years because he shot up the Trump Tower. And he said he was part of the Boule, or Diddy was part of the Boule, and they would hire him to be a slave. And that he thought because Cassie would go into this K-hole or G-hole, that she was going to maybe die. So he got a spy camera and videoed them to protect him in case something ever happened to him. Diddy paid $5 million in an NDA, which was released, to pay for that tape. So I think Cassie was saying, if you ever release that video, I'm gonna kill you or something like that, she said. Combs' attorney, Mr. Combs spent a lot of money to make sure this video did not get released. Ventura, I don't know. See, she's very brief. I don't know. She was definitely coached. She was definitely coached by the prosecutors. Combs' attorney. You had a conversation with Jonathan Odie that was transcribed. Ventura, I don't know. Combs' attorney. He was volatile. Ventura, I didn't trust him. I wouldn't trust him either. He looks kind of creepy. She was definitely in the dark world. She was deep in it. Deep. I would be having nightmares. Combs' attorney. What did Mr. Combs say when you told him you thought Mr. Odie was recording? He said he'd take care of it. Combs' attorney, are you aware of an escort leaving comments on Mr. Combs' Insta page? Avatar, I am not. That's why they both cleaned their Instagram. Combs' attorney. Now let's talk about rehab. Do you still Subonox? I don't know, something like that. What does that do? Opioid addiction. Objection. Overruled. You wrote a book in rehab. The place treats sexual compulsion. Did you get neurofeedback therapy? Yes. What is that? They took something up in your head that shows things to see how you react. I don't think she had brain damage from the drugs. Definitely a chemical imbalance. I would say, those drugs, she probably altered some chemical imbalance. They took something for your head to show you things, see how you react. Were you told the effects of it? Help me with my trauma. I wonder if she was doing hypnosis either. Did you participate in EMDR? What is EMDR? Guys, do you know what EMDR is? I'm gonna look it up real quick. Let me know in the chat if you know what EMDR. Eye movement desensitization and reprocessing. It is a form of psychotherapy designed to treat post-traumatic stress disorder, PTSD. Okay. Let me go back. Share my screen. Thanks, guys, for being patient with me. Thank you, guys. Go ahead and hit that like button. What does it do? Memories and processing them. The idea is you recall prior traumatic memories like PTSD. You were being treated for PTSD. Yes. I was still physically developing. You were 22. Women keep developing after 22, don't you think? But you're not suggesting you were still physically developing after 22. I am not. They proved that your frontal lobe doesn't close until age 25. So 18, 19, 21, 22 their brain still hasn't fully developed. That's for men and women. This message is about having a freak out without ketamine, right? May I concur with counsel? No, but we're taking a break. Witness list will be out Sunday at 5 p.m. We take a break. They're back. Mr. Combs wrote, "You're so predictable. You said you're going to tell him you didn't want to do freakouts anymore." Why do they keep saying freakouts? It's a freak off. I don't know if this is typo or what. Freakouts anymore. But you didn't say you did. I did not. Here you are suggesting freaking off with a girl. You said you found a photo of Mr. Combs with Gina while you were staying with your parents in Connecticut, right? Yes. You decided to break up with him, and he didn't threaten you but suggested couples counseling. I don't know. She thought she was the main girl. She invested 11 years. But he was already with Kim Porter. He was with J-Lo. He was with Gino. Clearly, you were not number one, but in her mind, she was emotionally, physically, and financially attached. She got jealous about Gina. In August 2018, you called it closure conversation. Mr. Combs was inviting you to a Burning Man, right? Yes. What is a Burning Man? In August 2018, well, I know 2018 is a time when Kim Porter had died, and she said that was her way to escape. I guess her fear and trauma to leave, I'm going to blow up a car, threaten me, release my revenge porn. I can't get a job because she's really trapped. So when Kim Porter died, rest in peace, she was like, she can escape. And that's where she started rehab. But in August 2018, you called it a closure conversation. Mr. Combs was inviting you to a Burning Man. I don't know what a Burning Man is. It's some voodoo? Spiritual cleanse? What are they into? I'll read, Mr. Combs, you have anger. I wrote, my family knows I'm not running around telling our business. I wrote, I don't need you to be taking... I wrote, Ventura, I wrote, I don't need you to be take off Kim and Gina. I needed you to put me first. Please read these. I wrote, you lied to me. She never went away. It was the nail in the coffin. You mean Gina, the photo? Yes. In your civil lawsuit, you and Mr. Combs argue in September 2018 that if you had dinner at an Italian restaurant in Malibu, right? Yes. Did you meet with the U.S. on November 30th, 2023? Did you meet with the U.S.? I don't know what that means. Yes, not the exact date. Well, I guess her lawsuit, right? Her lawsuit was filed November 30th, 20. Did you meet with the U.S.? I think that's what that meant. Come on, guys. This is like a puzzle. Connect the dots, right? In this meeting, you said you were ARD. Took place in Mr. Combs' return from Burning Man. You said he was acting strangely that night at dinner. What is Burning Man? Oh, what is the Burning Man? Burning Man? Hold up, guys. Hold up. Burning Man. We're gonna get caught up. We're behind. I'm behind, but we're gonna get all caught up. I'm reading. I'm learning this for the same time as you are. Burning Man is an annual week-long event held in Black Rock Desert of Nevada, known for its focus on community art, self-expression, and self-reliance. Is it like Coachella? Burning Man. Oh, okay. Here's some pictures. I'm gonna share some pictures. Not that you guys care, but maybe you do. I don't know. Burning Man. So they went to Burning Man. They went to Italian dinner. Went back to her house. That's when she got ARD, and then she went to meet with the U.S. attorney on November 30th, 2023. This is Burning Man. All right. People riding in the desert. Okay. It is what it is. Let's go back. I just didn't know. I was like, Burning Man. He was acting strange at dinner. I don't remember exactly that word. Did you meet with the U.S. on April 8th, 2025? Around then. I guess that's when she agreed to testify. They probably were like, we're going to arrest him, and are you going to come and testify? I'm assuming. I'm assuming. I'm just trying to put it all together for you guys. This message to, go ahead and hit that like button, guys. This message to Facebook. Who's that? Frank Black. His name he used. Oh, okay. So Frank Black. I wonder if that's a fake name. Some of the workers that they would hire, they would give them alias names. Frank Black. I don't know. That's the name he used. He wrote, I'm in an investors conference. We'll get back to this. You still have love for him. I had love for the past and what it was. Okay. Okay, I'm trying to pick up the thread. Trying to go back. Give me a second, guys. I was on the thread. When he posts on Twitter, it just doesn't go in order. So I'm trying to pick up where we left off. Let me see. Were you able to cancel work obligations for freak-offs? Yes, if I was told to. When you were shooting a movie in South Africa and you blocked him, how did he contact you? Through Mia? Who's Mia? Maybe assistant. They're going to pull her in. She's going to be part of the RICO. Katie Corum, Harvey Pierre, they're all going to be part of the RICO. Any security guards? He said he didn't mention, he said he didn't remember hurting you. Do you believe him? Not always, because I knew him. There were times he was pretty aware of what he was doing. It's just who he was. He seemed him to be violent with other people. This is Cassie on the stage getting cross-examined yesterday by the defense. On the way back from Cane's, what did Sean do? He played a video of me having sex with an escort. What did he say he'd do? He'd release it. When you go to New York, what did Sean ask for? A freak off, or he'd release it. Now, all right. What? Is that hearsay proof? Is that, you know what I mean? Is that we were on a plane coming back from a freak off or whatever. He said, pull the video of her having sex with an escort and said he was going to release it. Right? Does that prove coercion, threat, control? Or is that just hearsay? That's just what, you know what I mean? We're on a plane, a commercial flight. She moved another seat to get away from him. He came, he sat next to her. And it's hard for me to picture Diddy on a commercial flight, but it is what it is. I believe her. I have no reason not to believe her. Cassie came across very honest. She came across like she still kind of had some feelings for him. I don't think Cassie's sitting there like, I want to see this guy spend the rest of his life in jail. I think there was a lot more she could have said, but she was protecting him. And I think she's just trying to move on. It's just a sad, tragic thing. I don't think she was coming off as being like malicious, envious, or anything of that nature. She's being honest. She's telling her story. But Candace, is this his word against hers? We were on the plane. He said, if I don't do XYZ, he's going to release the video. That's a threat. But can you prove it? Can they prove it? It's not what she said. It's what you could prove. It's not what you know. Can she prove it? Because it's her word against his. When Sean wrote, "Are you ready for tonight?" What did he mean? Freak off? What were you afraid he would do if you did not do the freak off? Objection overruled. I don't know that week. Do you have any doubt that Sean? Are you? Objection overruled. I have no doubt. Why would you have doubt? Oh, because they were trying to say she's on drugs, so she doesn't have a good memory. That she blacks in and out because the drugs affected her memory. That she doesn't remember everything. After Sean argued on April 18th, did you later have consensual sex with Sean during which you now and your husband FaceTime you? Yes. Why did you cancel the tour after I filed my civil suit? I was overwhelmed addressing the past. I didn't know Cassie was on tour. She was on tour? Addressing the past the way that I choose to was overwhelming. I didn't want to go. Do you plan to file more lawsuits? No. Would you give that $20 million back if you hadn't had to do freak-offs? Objection overruled. What? I would give it back to get my agency back. What does that mean, to get my agency back? Would you give back the $20 million if you didn't have to do freak-offs? What? You're trying to say she was a high prostitute, I guess? Did he beat you during the freak-offs? Yes. Oh, she started to cry. Oh, God. She's pregnant. Hormones everywhere. Her husband's in the room. His family, his mother, his kids in the room. She just wanted to be seen. Oh, my God. Will you open the freak-offs at the beginning? What jury? I'm thinking about the jury. These are older men sitting here watching her, listening to this. Will you open? I'm gonna keep my opinions to myself. I'm gonna just keep reading, guys. Hang with me. Let's get through this. Were you open to freak-offs at the beginning? At the beginning. Did you tell him when you no longer wanted to do them? Yes, more than once. What concerns did you have about saying no freak-offs? Safety, career, love? No further questions. You knew Mr. Combs' sexual preference were these freak-offs, right? I learned. It was part of being his girlfriend's. Yeah. You kept your old device? Yes. And freak-off videos in this case, they were all on those devices. You kept 2012, 2014, I don't know what year. You were able to stand at his side at the Met Gala, being his girlfriend gave you access to producers. Yes. Beyond K. Kitty, what other musicians were you put in the studio with? Were you put in the studio with Nicki Minaj? Yes. Were you put in the studio with Lil Wayne? Yes. And with Rick Ross and Pusha T? Am I forgetting any names? You've got a lot of names. You were self-conscious about your musical talent? I didn't say that. You had bad performance in 106 in Park. That's Diddy. That's Diddy writing down. She had a bad performance in 106 in Park, handing it to the attorney, because the attorney doesn't know anything about 106 in Park. Early in my career. See, he's putting her down. Narcissist behavior. Putting her down. Your career sucked. They're trying to say, Cassie, you had no talent. You couldn't sing. You couldn't dance. You couldn't produce. We couldn't put out more than one album. You didn't make a hit. You got put to... Diddy, Bad Boy label, Bad Boy Records. Let me stop sharing for a minute. I think, in my opinion, Bad Boy Records had a pattern, and this is something that all the artists would complain about. He would just put out one album, make a hit, and then on to the next artist. You know, Craig Mack, make a hit, on to the next. Biggie, make a hit, on to the next. The Lox, make a hit, on to the next. 112, make a hit, on to the next. The only one who was consistent hit after hit after hit was Mary J. Blige. So a lot of the artists was like, he didn't really develop me, or, you know, you signed me to all these albums, but you only did one, and then I got dropped, but I was tied up. And that was the game. That was the hustle. And it backfired. I mean, people were angry because they were screwed. And then because Diddy was like, all you people with talent, you don't want to listen, and you got egos, and so what I'm going to do is go out here and find people who are talentless, the making of the band. I'm going to go, instead of you coming with this big talent and ego, I'm going to just go find the average Joe Schmo, regular schmegular people. I'm going to make you something big, you know, with reality TV, to humble you so that you're going to listen to whatever I got to say and get control. I think he's actually became successful because of his control. Anytime you're in business or a mogul or millionaire, you got to have some type of control, right? And I think that made him successful, but it actually kind of backfired and came and bit him. It worked against him. That's what I'm trying to say. What made him successful, actually, he got in his own way. He basically got in his own way, amongst other things. Okay, let me share again. You did music videos. Were they successful? Maybe have a brief sidebar. D-Rock was a member of your family. Yes, like a brother. Let's pull up a picture of D-Rock. D-Rock and Biggie Smalls. So, D-Rock went to jail for Biggie because he got caught with I think it was a gun or drug charge. And it's D-Rock. She's saying D-Rock is like her brother. It's not a great picture of him, but D-Rock. Okay. Let me go back. Am I not sharing? Share. Oh, I thought I was sharing. Sorry, guys. Here's D-Rock. I hear his name come up a lot. Okay. D-Rock was like a member of your family? Yes, like a brother. The assistant Maya, you also had a friendship with her? Yes. Okay, here you begin with an explicit message, and he responds with one you are actively sexting. You stated you were feeling overwhelmed after filing your civil lawsuit, right? Yes. You recently received a settlement for the Intercontinental. No. You made a demand? Yes, 10 million maybe. Anything further? I just have one question. I was asking, this is the judge. Oh, the judge is telling her to wrap it up in 2 minutes because the judge was trying to get. I think the judge is sticking. I like Judge Arun. One, he's sticking on schedule. Two, they wanted a speedy trial. They got it. This is still open investigation. They can still come in with superseding indictments. They have 197 celebrities that we only heard the names of 20. He is sticking to schedule. The judge has a busy stuff on his plate. He understands this is a high profile. He wants to get this done. He only wanted Cassie there 3 days. They wanted Cassie out of there by Thursday. They were like, no, we're going to keep it a Friday. And the judge is like, you only going to keep Cassie here to 12:30 and let her go. I think the judge is a little sympathetic that she's pregnant. Do y'all think that that's the celebration baby? She's having a son. That's so sweet. I think she should name her son Justice. That boy's name should be Justice. Or at least maybe not his first name. Maybe the middle name. Justice Fine. Fine ass Justice. That's what I think she should name that baby. What you think Cassie should name her son? Drop it in the y'all better not write Tootsie Roll. Y'all better not write no goddamn Tootsie Roll. Tootsie Roll. If you write that Tootsie Roll in there, I'm gonna Tootsie Roll. Tootsie Roll. Tootsie Roll. Tootsie Roll. I'm a mess, guys. I'm just trying to lighten the mood. I'm a mess. This is nothing to joke about. This is a serious. Yeah, listen. Serious court is in order. This is a serious matter. Nothing to joke about. Okay, let's get back to it. But I'm just trying to lighten them up. Good, guys, you know, it's like 6 a.m. It's 6 a.m. I'm up here doing this crap. All right, let's go. Anything further? I have one last question. Can you wrap it up in 2 minutes? The judge is not having it. Wrap it up 2 minutes. All right, let's go. This is one last thing I asked you to read, Ms. Ventura. Thank you. We need closure and understanding. Why'd you keep all your devices? I was afraid of what was on them. This is the prosecution. Wrapping it up. I was afraid of what was on them. I wouldn't take them to the Apple store. You just reached 10 million settlement with the Intercontinental last week before the trial. Overruled. Yes. Nice. Intercontinental is like, we got to make this right. We see a woman getting beat because they got to protect their brand. They're like, we got a woman getting caught with a male sex worker getting beat up, and we don't. Well, they did call the police. She didn't want to press charges. She was like, forget it. Like a lot of victims of domestic violence. Why? I don't understand. I hope that they bring. Some type of psychologist in. We object to the testimony of the witness after Special Agent Dawn Richards. Why is this coming up at 3:30 p.m. going forward? We just addressed things in the courtroom. The jury is entering. I think they went on a break. So Dawn Richard, they're wrapping up Cassie. Dawn Richard from Dirty Money is supposed to be coming up. Good afternoon. Where do you work? Ooh, Special Agent. Yes, an Homeland Security, HSI, Human Trafficking Group. I'm with the Crisis Negotiation Group. Did you serve a subpoena in this case? Yes. When Sean Combs was arrested, where did you go? Oh, this is the day he got served. The park. I think it's the day he got arrested. The Park Hyatt Room 215, where he was staying. They showed a photo of the entrance to the jury. What did you do? We assigned a letter to each room and began to search. What was your role? I took photographs of items and then signed them on the 6051 form. What was found in the closet? Plastic bags full of Johnson & Johnson baby oil and Astroglide. No, Tootsie Roll, no, Tootsie Roll, no, Tootsie Roll, no. No. The day you was arrested, you was having a freak off in a damn hotel. You was walking around with bags of baby oil and Astroglide. What is wrong with you? You are sick. This man is a menace to society. We got kids out here. Keep this man off the streets. Please. What was found in the bathroom? Several bottles of baby oil. Now in the bedroom, it was a Louis Vuitton bag, medication in the name of Frank Black. So Frank Black was his alias because he had an underground of drug lords, but no, doctors. He had an underground of doctors. Here goes Rico. He had an underground of doctors writing him illegal prescription medications in the name of Frank Black. And that was this. Bags of pink powder found in the medicine bottle. Is that the 2C? The pink powder found is ketamine and MDMA in a bottle. Ketamine. Ketamine was the horse manure. A horse sedative. Who are you giving a horse sedative to with KY Juliet? This is disgusting. That's nasty. MDMA in a bottle? What is MDMA? I'm going to break this down today. I got to pray after this. After this, I'm going to pray. What is MDMA? Oh, ecstasy. Ecstasy. Oh, he was hooked. He was a junkie. He is a straight junkie who lost and turned out. So the day Diddy was arrested in his hotel, he had black garbage bags full of baby oil and lube in the closet, and he had a Louis Vuitton, and inside he had ecstasy and ketamine, the pink 2C drug. What was found in a black mini packet bag? $9,000 in cash. Oh, please take the cash out of the bag. Oh, they laid that $9,000 in cash on the bag. And the stripper had already testified the day one, the male sex worker, that he got paid $4,000 cash in the bag. They're going to have to come with the paperwork. They got to come with the paperwork. When you come in with a criminal, with the RICO, not only do you have to have the staff and the higher ups making the orders. Thank God she didn't talk about his kids being part of that. His mama, I'll make a whole, we already know what that is. But what I'm saying is that they got to have the paper trail. Like I said, flights, hotels, paying sex workers, hiring them on Craigslist, backdoor. You got to put the puzzles. You got to make it make sense. They took out the $9,000 cash and laid it out in front of the jury. No further questions. and he crossed Terry Garagos. In the hotel room, did you see any bags of clothing indicting that a woman was staying with him there? Yes. The U.S. may call the next witness. Dawn Richards. Woo! Here comes Dawn Richards. Here it comes at like the last 30 minutes of the trial. It's like 4:30. Here she comes in. I heard she looked nice. I heard that she had on like a plaid zoot suit. I think it was blue. I heard she was dressed to the T. Okay. Where are you from? New Orleans. If you guys don't know Dawn Richards, let's just pull up her photo real quick. There she goes. Oh, that's the suit. Is this what she had on? Mm-hmm. I heard she looked really, really nice. Oh, God. Here comes the commercials. We don't want the commercials. Oh, she looked real serious. Look at her face. Ooh. She got her lawyer right there. I like her suit. She had the diamonds on the collar with the vest. Mm-hmm. Here she goes. Okay, here we go. Your Honor, the government calls Dawn Richard. Where are you from? New Orleans, Louisiana. From 2020. It says, who from 2004 to 2011. That's 6 years. Who did you work for? Puff Sean Combs. Do you see him? Yes. Who is depicted in this photo? Cassie. In 2019, did you observe an incident between Puff and Cassie? She was attacked by Sean Combs, kicked. Did you see more violence by him against Cassie? Often. When you were a member of this group, 2009 to 2011, the incident in 2009 when Sean Combs beat Cassie, where was it? In Sean Combs' LA home. We were recording. What did he do? He was saying, where the F is my food? He grabbed a black skillet with eggs and tried to hit her over the head. Cassie dropped to the ground. He's high. He got anger problems and he's high. That's why, like Chris Brown, these women beaters, these men, they got a bad temper. They don't get help. They don't have self-control. And they got drugs. And then when you withdraw off these drugs, you get irritable. He hit her in the head with a frying pan. Bow. Damn. And Cassie's little. I wish he would try to hit me in the head with... Listen, guys, you see this right here? I'm from the Bronx. You see this? You see this right here? Hold on. Let me stop sharing. You guys see this bat? And you guys see this hat? Cassie, you should have had me on your team. You should have had me be your security guard. You should have had me. Call me, Cassie, anytime. I wish you would have tried to hit me in the head with a frying pan. What? You were going to hit me in the head with see this bat? You would have got whacked. You would have got 2 knees. Both your knees would have been broken. Okay? Stop playing. Stop. He whacked in the head with a skillet. What did Dawn do? That's what this is horrible. This is horrible. What did she do? She went into the fetal position. I know that's right. She didn't fight back. She was like, let me lay here and get my beat in because if I get up and fight back, it's gonna be worse. That's what she did in the video. She just went into the fetal position. Then what? Sean Combs was kicking her in the head and the body. Then he dragged her up to the first floor, glass breaking and yelling. I was scared for her and for me too. Did you interview? No. Did you call the police? No. I think she thought witnessing that, I'm not going to call the police because this lady had chose to stay for 11 years. And if I call the police, it doesn't make any sense because if they take a report, she's going to say no and she's going to go back. And that's why women get killed. That's why women get killed because they're too scared to leave and they stay in, and eventually one day it's their last being. The next day, what happened? It has been passionate and she was okay, that it would be better if we didn't talk, that people could end up missing. Ooh. Dawn said, I'm not saying nothing because we could end up missing. How do you understand that death objection? So she feared. Dawn saying, I'm not saying anything, I'm going to end up dead. I wonder if I would have came and asked another question. Do you think, I would have dug a little deeper like that? Like, do you think he was capable of murking someone or murk someone in the past or anybody? I would bring up anything. Kim Porter, anything. Excuse me. Judge room jurors, you can leave for the weekend. Go watch the Yankees play the Mets or the Knicks. If you're not into sport, there's a lot going on. See you Monday. Wow. He just dismissed. So her testimony was short. That's why they only gave her 30 minutes. But didn't she have a law? Didn't she? Wow, that was it. We just got through. We got all caught up. I thought I was going to come back and do Dawn Richards, but I just got right into it. Didn't she have a lawsuit against him? I thought she was coming in to testify to talk about her lawsuit, but I guess that's civil. She came to testify for Cassie. I know that's where girl power. Let me see something. One second, guys. One second, guys. Sorry. I'm just looking for something real quick that I want to cover with you guys. Yeah, in September 2024. I knew it. I just was like, didn't know the details. Danny Kane, Dawn Richards sued Sean Diddy for sexual assault and batteries. But she didn't come in to talk about that because that's civil, right? That's a civil thing. She came to test. She came to show up for Cassie. She came for Cassie, not even for her. So former Danny Kane member of Dawn Richards filed a lawsuit against Sean Diddy Combs, alleged hip hop mogul sexually assaulted her, deprived her with food and sleep, and refused to pay her adequately. That could be forced labor, right? He's so greedy. He's robbing everybody. He said, all that money, you made $1 billion. All that money you made just to rob and steal and hurt people and drug people and are them. And he's a menace to society. I swear, keep him off the streets, please. Richard also says that in the lawsuit filed Tuesday in the New York federal court, that she witnessed Combs physically abuse his former girlfriend Cassie Ventura on numerous occasions. Okay, that's why the prosecutors brought her in. I forgot that. And saw Combs and his associates engaging in illegal drugs and sexual acts with underage girls. Ooh, there go the minors. Then the minors are coming in. Victim 4, victim 5. Over the decades following his rise of fame, Mr. Combs' star-studded, larger-than-life persona overshadowed his temper and persuasive acts of violence directed towards those in the inner circle, especially women. She claimed she was deprived food and sleep. Richard became associated with Combs in 2024 after audition for season 3 of MTV reality show Making of the Band. She alleged during auditions he called female contestants naming fat, ugly, and the B word. So he was verbally abusive. Richard says that during the production of the show and in subsequent years, she and her bandmates were forced to rehearse for up to 48 hours with no rest or food. She lost a substantial amount of weight and began getting rashes from the microphone pack she wore on her back during filming. In one instant, Richard was exercising on the beach and vomited. Instead of MTV providing medical assistance, crews filmed the incidents according to the complaint. Richard said she was diagnosed in 2010 with anemia, a low white blood cell count, and joint stiffness by overuse brain infection as rheumatoid fever and chickenpox. Mr. Combs is shocked and disappointed by the lawsuit. In an attempt to rewrite history, Dawn Richards has now manufactured a series of false claims, all in hopes of trying to get a payday, conveniently timed coincide with her album release and press tour. Richards said in the complaint Combs would often come into her dressing room unannounced. While she was working with the stylist, he would touch her butt and around her breast to signal where the clothing should fall. According to the lawsuit, Combs also regularly asked her to strip down to her underwear in rehearsals, smacked Richard on the butt, and conducted meetings in only his underwear. Ugh, it's disgusting. If Richard rebutted Combs' advances, he retaliated by leaving her off songs and performances. That I believe. Don't do what I say, I'm going to take you off the track. Danity Kane disbanded in 2009, but Richard continued to work with Combs as a member of the newly formed Dirty Money trio that included her Combs and singer-songwriter Kalina Harper. Richard says she began fearing for her physical safety after she and Harper went to Combs' home in Los Angeles. Combs came into the kitchen and began berating Ventura for not cooking eggs correctly, proceeding to throw a pan in her head and drag up the stairs. The next day, Combs allegedly brought Richard and Harper flowers and said that he had witnessed it was just a love argument where no one was hurt. If you say anything, there'll be consequences. So he threatened her. Ventura filed a lawsuit against Combs in November last year and settled out of court. Months later, the civilians dragging, still to staff. So Cassie was saying he paid $50,000 for the video in the hotel, but the security guard said he didn't accept the cash. Smart move. Because that guy wound up being LAPD. So he had integrity. He was like, I'm not touching this dirty money. Smart move. That was a smart move. On other occasions, Richard alleged that Ventura out of a van by her head was pulled out of a van by her neck and pinned on the ground, punched in the face and in the bathroom of a party, punched in the stomach and a dinner in front of several high-profile celebrities, including Interscope Records founder Jimmy Iovine. Iovine and Combs allegedly struck a $50 million distribution deal for Combs' music. Even after Mr. Iovine watched Mr. Combs commit violent assaults in front of numerous high-profile witnesses, the Bad Boy Interscope deal took place and remained in effect. Money, who cares? Nobody cares if women get beat, kids get beat, drugged, they don't care. Nobody cares. It's all about the money, all about the Benjamins, baby. That's what the song says, all about the Benjamins. Providing Mr. Combs with immense financial rewards and enabling him to commit further acts of violence without fear of repercussions. Interscope Geffen AM Records is named in the defendant in the lawsuit. Richard and Harper both tried to encourage Ventura to leave Combs and were allegedly met with a litany of threats from him. You want to die today? I end people. Wow. You want to die today? I end people. Do you want to die today? I end people. According to the complaint, Richard also saw the late Kim Porter, Combs' former girlfriend, and the mother of several of his children leaving the recording studio crying with face injuries. Dawn Richard says she saw Kim beat up and crying. Who knows the hell she went through? Who knows? So Dawn Richard's father confronted Combs in December 2010. Dirty Diddy Money was prepared for a performance on Saturday Night Live, and Combs called Richard wanting to know her whereabouts. When she and Harper arrived to the studio, he repeatedly shied the woman and called them names, drawing the attention to people in the lobby, according to the complaint. Richard allegedly asked Combs to stop, and he drew a fist, and he was going to punch her. Combs' bodyguard stepped in to escort Richard out of the studio and into the car. Harper went after her, and the two were locked in the car for several hours. Richard had her phone and called her father. He arrived to New York from Baltimore a few hours later and threatened to call the police on Combs, who allegedly told him, "Think about your family and think about your daughter's career. You don't call your dad unless you're in the hospital." Wow! You don't call your father unless you're in the hospital. This guy is crazy. Richard says she's owed money for performances and publishing. After Danny Kane broke up, Richard's songs were still being recorded by other artists on Combs' Bad Boy Records. Richard was promised royalties and licenses fees, which he never received. Diddy Dirty Money found success with millions of single sales. Richard estimated is owed about $1.2 million unpaid wages and royalty, more than $350,000 for U.S. tour performance, at least $1.5 million for a promotion for Ciroc and vodka brands. She ain't gonna get that money. Good luck. Richard also alleges she was not paid for her involvement in planned reboot of Making the Band 2020, in which she had appeared as a judge. The show was in limbo due to the COVID-19 pandemic. If Miss Richard had such negative experience with Making the Band, Danny Kane, she would not have chosen to continue working directly with Mr. Combs for Dirty Money, nor would she have returned to Making of the Band Reboot 2020 or agreed to be featured on the Love album. Wow, she was on the Love album? She probably got robbed for that too. It's unfortunate that Miss Richard has cast her 20-year friendship aside to try to get money from him. But Mr. Combs is confident standing in the truth and looks forward to proving it in that day of court. Richard is asking for a jury trial, compensation, damages, lost wages, royalties, publishing, historians, compensation. Let me tell you something. Diddy's kids are burning through that money because they're like, we might as well just burn through this money, because between these 100 civil lawsuits and the feds going to come to seize all our assets if he's found guilty of RICO, they're like, we might as well just burn through the money. Guys, we covered a lot. We got all caught up with the Tootsie Roll. Anyway, guys, go have a good weekend. Do like the judge says, go watch the Knicks or go watch some baseball or, de-stress, because this is intense. It's only going to get worse. Who do you guys think was going to be on the witness list? The witness list is coming in Sunday at 5 o'clock. Who do you think is going to be on the witness list? I'll be back. I'll be back. Anyway, guys, have fun. I'm going to go make some breakfast. Like I said, go to my playlist if you're looking for some recipes. And on that note, I am out of here. Let me see that Tootsie Roll. Go Diddy, go Diddy, go Diddy. Itty bitty Diddy, itty bitty Diddy, itty bitty Diddy. To the left, to the right, to the right, to the left, to the back, to the right, to the back. Slide, 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 slide.